Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Puzzles and Chill. We're going to go for our top score today, which is 32 puzzles, with you get 3 chances before you're kicked out. And we're going to do another survival mode, again flirting with the idea of 3-minute and 5-minute videos, but tricky to get any sort of analysis in there. We're going to jump in again. The first 10 tend to be pretty handy, so I might zoom through those before really getting the brain engaged. Some of these will be sort of introductory. Again, something like this, just a quick crash through, back rank mate. So I won't take up too much of your time at the moment. That said, I mean, that isn't to say that we're safe as houses or anything like it. Definitely don't want to use up one of my lives before we get going. And as almost always happens, as soon as I start talking shit about the difficulty of the puzzles, we encounter a tricky one. I'm not really sure, to be honest, on this one. We've got some really nasty threats jumping in here. I think I'm just going to take this knight because, you know, whatever threats this is, I don't know if I do want to take here. Don't think I do. If we take here, queen comes in here. Maybe this take. Queen comes in here. We just get the king safe. Okay. A tricky one. I think this one is just going to be in here. King's got nowhere to go. Rook can block, but only once. Next one again. This here. This is going to be a fork. If I can sink my knight in here, king's in check, queen is ours. Bing, bong. This one is I think it's going to be rook take. King can't take back because of the bishop, and it can move in here, but then pawn up here will be mate, which is always nice to get a checkmate with a pawn. Checkmate. Okay, endgame 1, black to move. In general, we just want to make sure that we're winning the race, that we're going to be the first to promote our pawn. Sometimes that's just a brute force calculation. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 squares to go, but they'll need to make some sort of move, probably this. So 5 moves, whereas we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we also have 5 moves, but we, in this scenario, are going first. And also we'll have a queen on this square as soon as we promote. So then if they're promoting next one, then their queen is also going to be on this H square, but it'll be back to our go, and we just take it. So I think we just leg it. I think we just run away with this. There we go. Okay, white to move. Again, similar thing. I don't think the king can catch this pawn if we just leg it away here. Yep. Alright. I think it's this. Getting the king's grill. And then it's this. And then bishop would block, and then we would deliver yet another mate. So, this one is I think if we go rook takes, queen takes, then we've got a rook and a knight for our rook, and the bishop is backing up the queen here. So trade in our favour. And we're good to go. Okay, 10 through. No problem thus far. So this one is, what I'm initially seeing is queen here, check. Can block with the rook or the bishop, but then if they do, we take with the knight. and that's okay. Check. Nice. Alright, 11 on the bounce. How about that? So now then, we have... Ooh, again, f-pawn has been moved immediately. So you've got to be thinking of the exposure that that causes to the king. And that's, I think, how this one's going to go down. I think we've done a similar puzzle in previous iterations. Knight takes here, if takes back, we take the rook. So again, don't play f3, or don't move your f-pawn until you are castled, until it's safe to do so. I think it's going to be this, followed by this. Nice. Again, another race on here. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So again, just count how many moves it's going to take until you get your queen. If you have a lower number than your opponent, generally it's the right thing to do. And now this, we still want to make sure that they don't cast, or they don't promote. And the only way I think we can do that from here is queen here, king is sort of hemmed in. Is that right? Yeah. Pawn can't move because it's pinned to the king. Right, 14 on the go. We are starting to get into some tricky territoire. And now this one. King's on a light square, so this bishop isn't going to deliver a check. Yet, at least. But I also see they don't have any checks immediately available to them, so I can take one move to set up a mate, which again I think is going to be bishop in here. Just not that guy. Get these guys out of commission for the king, and then they promoted. They've got 2 queens on the board. Doesn't matter, mate. We're going to checkmate. All right. So. So I do see king, queen on that dark square diagonal. I do see we have a dark square bishop available for that. I don't think we're going to win the bishop or the queen hole, but I think if I move my bishop in here, queen is pinned, so queen can't move. They'll probably block with this bishop, and we push this pawn, which is going to be double protected by the knight and the bishop. So it's going to be this, then this, then this. We'll just take that piece. So again, it can be exciting. You think you're going to win a queen, but a bishop is not to be sniffed at. Okay, so initial thoughts here are this will be check. King can move here or here. If it moves to this dark square, we just take the rook with our rook. If it moves to this light square, we push the issue here maybe. The bishop, king will then have to move to somewhere, but we might get that rook for free, is what I think is going to happen. Okay. So if we do this, then king can't go here, here, or here. It can go here, and then we can take the rook, and then bishop. Their bishop won't be able to take ours because then we'll take this rook as well. So it is going to be this, and it's going to be this, and it's going to be this. Nice. Alright. So, huge pressure. Oh, we are in check, so that's something I definitely want to make sure we're not falling afoul of. So we got pressure coming in here. I think the best block for this is rook up here. Then if queen or rook takes, bishop takes, king takes. So I think that's going to be our first move. Okay, rook takes. We'll block with the pawn. That was it. Just a move order thing, I guess. 18 on the bounce. We are in speed up mode. But that's not to get cocky. We've fallen to our deaths from this range before. And not too long ago, 19 was our personal best. So don't want to get too cocky. So whether it's right or not, I'm very tempted to play this move, rook across here. They'll probably push this pawn, which is going to make things really dangerous for us. But this king can't advance because of this pawn here, which means that after they push this pawn, or whatever they do in between, whatever they get up to in their spare time, it's either going to be king here is probably what they should do rather than push that pawn, but they might not. So let's do this. Okay. So I think this is a mating pattern. We could do this. King has to go here. Then we do this, nudge it up. King has to come here. And then we can get the pawn. Actually, the pawn hasn't been pushed yet, so I do believe it's this. And then this. Okay, I'm glad they didn't make us finish that one out because I wasn't 100% sure where to go after that. But you're luck it, as they say. All right, this one. So we've got king quite well protected here. On a light square. Can't throw a check with this knight or any of our pieces really, so it's not going to be that. So, what is available to us here? We can do something with tempo, given that moving this knight somewhere will unleash this bishop's attack on the queen, vice versa, the queen's attack on the bishop. But if we can do something that's a little bit faster, that needs to be done quicker, with this knight, then we can take that queen. It's not check that I can see. Here, queen just takes knight, that's no problem. Here, same as here. Here, king can take. This one's tricky. It's not immediately obvious to me. Or even partially. This knight isn't really in danger of threatening this queen for a while. Couple of moves it'll take. Maybe if we take this knight, then we could pick up this. Is it just an exchange? Maybe it's the thing of like take here, queen could take there. Yeah, that's not really it, because then if I was like, oh, maybe knight can just take there. But what if, is there any way I can put this knight that also protects the bishop? There is. It's here. That would be a free pawn. Knight here means that... Oh, my battery's getting low. I will sort that out right now. Knight here. Let's see if we can figure this one before we get the charger. Knight here. It's not check or anything, but it is an attack on the queen. And the queen can't necessarily just take because of the knight there. That's good. Okay, great. And now it's time to get the charger. I'll be right back.
Many hours later.
And this puzzle here. Blick to move. I think a knight in here is nice. Queen can't take because this queen is going on in. Is there anything nicer? Actually, there might be something nicer, which would be queen here. Forces the king there. Not so much after that. Okay, knight here. Forces the king here specifically. And then we do this. And then the queen will block and we'll take with the knight. Okay, great. Yes. Well, she blows 21 down, a target of 32. That was a terrible accent. And I'm not going to edit it out. I did it. White to move. And again, a pretty tense endgame scenario. We have these two black pawns very advanced. It's going to be a huge concern of mine for the next few moves. No great checks that we have available. We have, again, all of black's pieces on the light squares, and we have a dark square bishop. That's good play. I mean, if it is the case that we trade off this rook, knight will, or king will definitely want to take there. That's kind of just what I would do in the game, because this bishop is going to be faster than this knight around the board, and we actually have the same amount of pawns. I would trust the king and the bishop to be able to mop up here. But somehow, I feel like that might not be the move. Sometimes you get a move in your head, it's hard to see past it. King here, sorry, rook here, takes rook. King there. Take here, maybe? Actually, no, there's no real rush. Okay, I'm glad that didn't register because I'm not sure if this was right. I think rook here, king here. No, really not sure. That's alright. The other thing we can do is check here. But actually, whoa. Check here. For the king, won't be able to stay in defense of this rook after this check. He'll either have to go here or here. At which point we can take. So it is this. Okay. Nice. That was one that I was willing to give up on. But now we're 22 not out. Which isn't bad. I think this one might just be a discovered attack here. Bishop checks the king, like that, like so. Queen takes queen. Yeah, I think that's it. Nice. 23 not out. Now then, I think this might be something to do with this bishop crashing in here. King can either go here. King can go there, which I'm not crazy about either. King can take. If king takes, then we've got some ideas of getting our rooks and our queens over yonder. But what's the actual move order that will win us this game? Okay. I think it might be another theme of discovered attack. Like so. Bishop in here. Bishop in here. King here, because king won't take. Okay, king did take. So now we can certainly do our discovered attack. Nice. I don't know why king didn't just go to, what would it have been, h1 or so. But they didn't, so it's all good. So, a menacing battery here with the dark squared bishop and the dark squared queen. A somewhat more menacing battery this way. King exposed with check, queen check. Probably block here, in which case queen takes here, bishop takes here, bishop takes, we win the bishop. That's what I think it is. Don't think there's a great way for them to win this trade-off. Nice. Okay, 25 on the bats. 25, staying alive. Very interesting game this must have been. So forcing wise, no checks we can deliver right away. That's the first thing we can cover off. We aren't in check, which is another nice bonus, and additionally no menacing checks that they can deliver. They can do this, but we just take here. They can take here, we would just take here. I do see the king in a very vulnerable position, and I am tempted to do this, put pressure on this bishop, but it doesn't really do anything drastic. This queen doesn't have a great range of mobility. I think it might be something to do with winning one of these pieces. We didn't know the last time, and it came to us like a bolt of light. So candidate moves. Rook across here, maybe what I would play. Actually, that's not great, because that just allows promotion here. Maybe that's what we're trying to stop. Potentially bishop here then. Whew. Okay. Nice. 26 not out. Can we get that 32? And again, an early game puzzle. I think we have the pieces in place for an attack. Like thus. Bishop in there. King can either go here or take. Often find... Okay, that's the only forcing move we have. If king takes, knight comes in here, check. Yes, it's attacked by the queen, but the bishop is also backing that up. And that will free up the queen to come on in here. So at the very least we gain this pawn. I don't think that's enough, but I think it's a good starting point. Okay, king did take. Again, here is sometimes safer. Just give up the pawn, stop the follow-on attack, which I think is this. Okay, and they saw the danger coming of queen here, checkmate here. So we win the queen early doors. Very nice, very nice. We're getting a handle on these. Next one. That's okay. What we've got to consider is double pressure on this pawn. So maybe if we go here, don't know why the king wouldn't just come here and put themselves again on the front foot, because then we would take the rook. So they would come here, and then we would go here, and then the king would have to go either here, in which case we go here. Okay, I think we can win this rook. And it starts. Move like this, and then move like this, and then this. Swish! 28 not out. Okay. Okay. So we've got a couple of things at our disposal here. We have a knight check. That would force the king here. Exclusively. Could only go there. So this one then maybe is a little bit nicer, because king can't go here or here because the knight will be there. The knight will be attacking there. King can't go on the back rank. So it'll have to go here or here, and then we move our knight again, probably to here. Discovered check on the king. and the knight will take the queen, or else the rook will take the queen if they block the queen. So that's what I think it is. I think it's knight check here, king here or here, knight back to here, take the bishop, check discovered by the rook, and no matter what happens we get the queen. So I think, oh, they see it straight away, we take the queen. Oh, flingity blingers. That is, we'll come back to that one, I'll load it up afterwards. So there was something even better than taking the queen with a rook, and it was our queen on the back rank. They were taken back, so we needed to sort that out quicker. Hubris, thy name is Andrew. We're on 28. We have what is known as Alekine's gun here with our rook, queen, rook sandwich here. And I think we can make them pay. Okay. So from here, do we do this? So we crash through. If we do this, I think they've just got way too much for this to be any use to us. If we do this, king really does want to take there. We can bring up our queen here, and then king will come back here. Then we do this. Check. I do feel like we have enough resources to sacrifice this rook and force the issue here. But I am conscious that we have thrown away a life and we're very close. Very, very close to our target of 30. 33 is really the target. King takes or here. Either way, we're in good nick. So now that the king is taken, I think it's this. Okay, so it's that. This would be a nice check. It's the only real one I can see. Here, here, or here just gets taken. Here gets taken. Whew. Sometimes they work out for you. Sometimes you don't know what the real puzzle was. Maybe the puzzle was the friends we made along the way. A vexing puzzle for sure. So candidate moves this time. Again, we're down material. We want to win. This is pretty nice, actually. Because this will be the only square the king can go to, which will leave us with a nice little what do they call it? Discovered check. This was also nice. I was looking at this, but then that gives the king here to go to. And if the king does go there, we drop back our bishop here, and there'll be nowhere for the king to go. So I think it's this check. Can't go here because the bishop. Can't go anywhere here because of the rook. Can't take the pawn because of the rook. So here's the only square available. This square will now be available for our bishop to go to. And yeah, king has nowhere to go. This mate. 30. Dirty 30. Here we are. What a wonderful world. Okay, an endgame not going in our favor, but I think they've been a little sloppy by moving their king here. Where's this bishop going to go? Absolutely nowhere. This would be annoying if this weren't check. Hey. Okay, 32. This is the money. This is the money pot. Money pot? That's the phrase. If you ain't heard it, you ain't nothing. That's not true. That's not a phrase. You shouldn't feel like that. Okay, queen looks very trapped at the moment. Scared. How do I capitalize on this fear? With this move, I think already there's nowhere for the queen to go. Knight in here, queen can't take here, can't take here, can't go here, 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 can't take there, can't go here, can go here. Very annoyingly, can go there. So queen would go here. And then with our knight here, we can put our bishop here. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Not 100% sure, but I think it's this. I think it'll be this, which will mean queen will go either here or take the bishop. If she goes there, okay, there was no way out, so they may as well take the bishop, and we will take their queen. 32. Okay, this one is the real money pot. You've heard it here. And what a pot it is. Pot o' gold. High stakes game, another sharp position. This would be something close to mate. This will be mate. If we don't watch our P's and Q's, this will be checkmate. Initial reaction is this. Queen in here, check. King has to go here or here. Either way, rook up here takes with check. And king can move away or queen can take, and then our queen is here to capture back. That's a new record. That's a new record. We're playing with house money from here on out. And they got a lot of it. So very, very closed game here. And I've got to ask, what pieces are loose? So I feel like this knight has come in without enough backup. No, because he can take here, and then if takes here, then takes here. That's alright, but it's nothing crazy. So maybe it's not that piece. Checks wise, not so much. Don't think it's that. I do see this bishop has a lovely line to the king. Our queen can also access it, but again, it's pretty easily blockable. They really stop giving them away after about 10 puzzles in. They start to get a little thinky. So what we can do is maybe take here, That'll have to get resolved first. Either like this or like this. Probably like this. And then this, which means I can go here, in which case we'll take it. Or I can go here, in which case we won't be able to take it. Actually, that is true. This pawn is hanging. What if I take here? Bishop takes. Queen up here. Okay, nice. By threatening a mate, sort of vaguely force them to do things they didn't want to do. And similarly, I think this will mean that the king has to come here because it can't go anywhere back here. So I think that's going to be our first one. And it's not! Foolhardy. These ones aren't to be trifled with, Andrew. Oh, you foolhardy fool. When will you see the error of your ways? Queen in here is very tempting. They can either block the blocky horror picture show, as we've cited on the channel before. They can either block, and if they do, then we do this. But then queen up here. Okay, what if we do this one first? They'll want to see their rook to safety. Can't just guess, Andy. You can't just guess. We've taken those losses on the chin. Got up to the 1900s in terms of difficulty. That is where the ceiling is starting to feel around. That sort of 32, 33 mark. So we'll see how we get on with those. What we went down on. This was our most recent one. We'll leave that to last. We opened that one up twice for some reason. This was okay. So these were the last two that we failed on. And our play puzzle. So we did have a lot. Actually, yeah, this first, because this bishop is actually giving us a lot of cover here. This first means that the king has to come here, or else a block there, which is no good. And if the king comes there, then this means we win the queen. No. Good. That's what I thought. What about bishop here? Again, king will either come here, and if it do, we do that. No, maybe. And if it comes here, then we do that. We're just guessing. The head's gone. The head is completely gone. So we did this, I think, in the puzzle, which didn't go out well for us. That's fine. This straight away. Okay, we'll do that one again. Oopsie-la, oopsie-la. Oh, gravy. That's fine. We did it. You got it. This one, we had a nice check here. We were having a great time. Everyone was enjoying it. Then I took here, and the thing went. Which I didn't appreciate at all. Maybe we can take here and here. Okay, so it was just to take care of your queen on the back rank. Again, if we don't, it's just a queen for a queen trade, which isn't really tactic worthy. This one, let's play the puzzle. We did this, we died. So it's not that move. That's really all I know. Our other candidate move was this, which was also wrong. That's fine. Maybe bishop takes. Okay, we're guessing now. We're getting towards the end of the video. There's a reason we didn't get 35. Okay, so it's a queen move. Yep. Should have seen this. So I think after this, there's really no great way to stop us except give us the queen. So again, obviously the threat being here, didn't have enough time to sort that out without sacrificing the queen. Okay, that was doable, but tricky. But a rock solid 34. And again, that's the best we've ever done, so absolutely nothing to be sniffed at. And starting to solve some pretty high puzzles, 1800 rated puzzles. I'll take that. We'll be back again soon for some more chilling out and some more puzzles. Thank you for stopping by. If you've watched this long, you may as well stick around and subscribe if you want to. It means a lot to me when you do, but no pressure. Alright, thank you very much for that, folks. Really enjoyed that. And a new PB. Up the dubs.